Well, actually, I was invited to attend by some people at my school who are developing a new leadership program, and they wanted to get me involved because I teach in the English language and literature program, and they want to bring humanities, things like English, into business and management and leadership oriented programming.
Lipman-Blumen. I read her book, and I'm looking at social media. And one of the things that's going on with the digital natives is they're doing a lot of the things Jean talks about without realizing it. They're doing that connective piece and pulling people together and collaborating online. And so it really resonated with me, and I wanted to learn more about it.
It was recommended by one of my clients that I had worked with at UCLA, who I asked her what else she would recommend, and she loved this. And it turns out that through other friends I knew had connections with Jean. So I think that Jean was a really big factor in my wanting to do that, because I think she's such a powerful woman. But I find that have found the whole process and the whole way you've done the whole seminar as being so effective and so efficient, to really do it. So it made it a pleasant experience as well as a really intellectual, stimulating one.
Well, I'm very interested in learning about different instruments in this area of leadership development. And sometimes the models, the conceptual ideas are nice, but they will not work if you do not have instrument. Well, Institute of Connected Leadership offers two things: a good concept with a very well developed set of instruments that can be used in assessing leadership styles, in executive coaching, in education, leadership development.
I wanted to understand how I can use connective leadership, the connective leadership model in my own research. But I surprisingly discovered that I can also use it in my new position in terms of reorganizing my new division that I just started working for.
Well, I wanted to come and learn a little bit more about connective leadership. I've taken a class from Jean, and I felt that the model has a lot of merit, and I wanted to bring it into my company to help us work with it.
I was referred as well as a prior student of Jean's, and I thought that it would help my organization further develop its leadership program, because we just finished a 3-year program that was a grounds-up organizational development, and I thought this would be a great launching pad for future development. And now I've learned a ton of other uses for it, which I'm really excited about, and I can't wait to go back and share what I've learned.
In addition to learning concepts and learning about instruments, the Institute provides a wonderful opportunity to network, meet with people from different business companies, from different institutions, different sphere of work in society, different sectors.
For me, though, it's really just a fascination with this idea, because we talk a lot about authentic leadership within the program that I teach in and I work with, and that's exactly what we're talking about here, is the idea of authentic leadership. So the two really connect very well.
Jean, about 2 years ago at a conference, and I listened to her talk to the head of a company, and I was so impressed by the things she asked him. Because they weren't the typical things. It wasn't, how did you build the company, what did you do first? It was, how do you bring the people together, and how do you talk about goals, and how do you bring, life to the company? And that just made me want to come back and learn how to do that same thing.
One of the primary reasons was, my boss told me to. So she told me that she is attending a seminar, and if I would like to attend. I just come back from vacation from India, and I read about the seminar, and despite the jet lag and all, I thought, oh, this is wonderful. The content and the possibilities it could bring is amazing.
As the director of an academic program that places great emphasis on leadership, I'm always looking for something new that will take leaders and the practice of leadership to the next step, and this seemed like a very logical choice.
Honestly, I met Jean. I went to a Center for Nonprofit Management, a women's leadership group, and she spoke. And I was so enthralled with her. Amy reached out and said, Jean asked me to invite you, and I'm like, I have to go. I don't know what it's all about, and it's not really my field, but yes, that's why I'm here.
It all started when, as part of a grant, we were looking for speakers and people to come to our campus and help us with our organizational leadership program, and somebody arranged lunch with Jean, and the rest was history, because I just was really fascinated with what she's doing and got involved that way.